So far, his career has been a long and slow burn, but people are finally starting to pay attention to Petr Yan. After all, if a fighter scores a technical knockout against Jose Aldo, you know they have some talent. This guy only has one loss in his professional career and is coming off of a 10-fight win streak. Let's take a look at the Russian rising star of the UFC, Petr No Mercy Yan. This is Ultimate MMA. During his childhood, Peter's family would often have to move while trying to prevent Peter from getting into fights at school and around his neighborhood. Yan's older brother would practice boxing in the city, and while his brother would refuse to bring him, Yan would often sneak around his brother's gym to learn the art of boxing. From there, Yan would study boxing for 8 years and devote most of his education to sports and sports sciences. Yan quickly became a popular fighter as he knocked out big names at the Eurasian Fighting Championship. These beginnings made Yan's skills as a fighter all too evident. The UFC just had to bring No Mercy in. Peter signed his UFC contract in January of 2018. His first battle would be against fellow bantamweight fighter Teruto ISHIHARA at UFC Fight Night 132.
So both of these guys show very solid chins. But he did get dropped!
ISHIHARA's looking to recover, but Petr Yan's not going to let him off the hook. Power, power, power all the way through these punches.
Yan is swarming ISHIHARA, moving around his body very quickly, but ISHIHARA gets back to his feet. A real contest in this one.
A real wake-up call for a guy that's not been knocked out before.
That's it! In his debut, Petr Yan gets the TKO victory. Welcome to the UFC.
Right away, Yan's superior boxing smothered ISHIHARA and won the Russian a technical knockout in the first round. Next up, Yan would have to take on a fan favorite, the Korean zombie Jin Soo-sun, at UFC Fight Night 136.
Stances when he needs to give him a different look every time.
The crowd shouting Peter.
Oh, chin to chin, and he's still there.
You've got to wonder if this is the first time that the Korean zombies realize what he puts his corner team through when he fights.
The fight went 5 rounds, with Yan dominating with his strikes. The Russian won by unanimous decision, but we gotta hand it to the Korean zombie. That guy was smiling the whole time. This matchup against the zombie earned Yan the Fight of the Night award. At UFC Fight Night 145, Petr Yan would go all 3 rounds with southpaw John DODSON.
Front to the head as well.
DODSON looking tired for the first time. Oh, and again, Petr Yan.
I can sense television sets being turned on all around the world, particularly from the guys in the bantamweight division, getting calls from their coaches. Take a look at this kid.
Yeah. Keep an eye on this guy. He's going to be a problem.
Yan got DODSON up against the cage and landed some heavy strikes. This secured a victory for Yan by unanimous decision. This victory scored the bantamweight fighter a 6-fight contract with the UFC. Next, at UFC 238, Petr Yan fought Jimmy Rivera, going all 3 rounds.
It's the same thing. He gets caught flat against the cage where he's standing square and he can't move backward. Oh, he ate an uppercut.
Rivera goes down from the uppercut.
That was nasty. Oh, that was nasty.
Yan's sharp combos and confident left jab snatched him the win by unanimous decision. Rivera has openly expressed a desire for a rematch. We'd love to see Yan prove himself again. Yan's next big event was UFC 245 against Hall of Famer Uriah Faber. And this time, the Russian wouldn't leave any room for the judge's decision.
No, you can't, and Uriah has had some success. He definitely did hurt. Oh, that's it.
Petr Yan stops Uriah Faber in round 3.
Petr Yan is,
he is the real deal.
I don't know who wants to see that dude stand across the octagon from him.
He is the absolute real deal, folks.
Once again, Yan dominated the striking exchanges and ultimately won by knockout in the 3rd round, adding a Performance of the Night award to Yan's already impressive record. Finally, Yan made it to the championship. After Henry Cejudo announced his retirement from mixed martial arts, the Bantamweight Championship was up for grabs. Yan was labeled a promising up-and-comer in the Bantamweight division for the 2 years prior to this, and he finally got a shot to prove his elite status in the division. Both Petr Yan and Jose Aldo had their eyes on the newly vacated title. Yan would fight the former heavyweight champion Aldo at UFC 251. It was one of those the refs should have definitely called that earlier situations, as Yan wailed on ALDO, showing no mercy as he secured his victory by technical knockout in the 5th round. Petr Yan now holds that bantamweight championship securely in his grasp. But is there any other challenger that can defeat him? Can he continue to rule the bantamweight division? What do you think? How long can Petr Yan hold on to his title? Do you want to see a Yan-RIVERA rematch? Let us know in the comments below. If you want to know who's up and coming in the UFC, be sure to subscribe and check back for more rising stars. This is Ultimate MMA.